So Bethesda kicked off E3 with their conference and have revealed a whole host of epic new games for the upcoming year, my favourites of which I just want to quickly talk about. So first of all, Doom is getting a number of DLC packages for its multiplayer and snap map feature. Honestly, multiplayer was never something I ended up getting hooked on, so it won't draw me into it, though it is fantastic to hear it's all free, apart from some of the actual map releases, but some of the content is free, so that's always good to hear. And furthermore, id Software is releasing a load of content for Snap Map to enable far greater depth, and this is something I am very interested in, as the Snap Map feature is fantastic and can create a limitless supply of missions to do, and with users being so imaginative, the more features they can give us, the better and crazier the ideas that people will actually put into reality. Now, in the realm of games that were announced that I had no expectation for. Firstly, Quake. A brief trailer announced its arrival on the scene. No gameplay or the like, so it's just a pure announcement that exists for now. But undoubtedly, it's exciting to see Bethesda pushing classic titles back into the mix. It does beg the question how Quake and Doom will interact gameplay-wise, with Doom notably crossing the lines with Quake in areas, so how Quake will stand out from Doom, I'll be interested to see. Hopefully it can provide the multiplayer to rival Doom's single player. The next classic series to get a modern take is Prey. Again, no gameplay, but simply a teaser trailer showing off the idea of what the form of psychological horror will take. It looks very cool and sounds like it will be a fantastic game to play through. If 3D Realms follows Bethesda's requirement for a fantastic story, then we could have a quality title in the making. Again, this is a game that I'm going to be following really closely for the next year. Now, The Elder Scrolls Skyrim was the next announcement that really surprised me. Again, I was not expecting a new remaster of the old game, but apparently Bethesda thought that we all wanted it. Honestly, I can't deny I've never heard anyone ask for the game to be redone, and it feels like a cheap route out to get the Elder Scrolls back into the mix. I would have really preferred the time spent on a new release in the series. And I suppose what's making me rather unsatisfied with this announcement is the graphical overhaul they're touting is barely passable as a basic mod on PC. The modding community has created retexturing of the entire world and revamped every centimetre of the map. And Bethesda trying to charge for a version of the original that doesn't meet current standards from modders isn't great. I can only hope that they have bettered the optimization, but that's unlikely. And really, I would have absolutely loved it if they had, for example, upgraded the engine, but seeing as Fallout 4 is still using the same technology, that was just never going to happen. Anyway, yeah, this was a bit of a low point. I was expecting more from such a supposedly big announcement. The last of the surprises to come my way was Bethesda's VR support, with the announcement of both Fallout 4 and Doom being playable with the HTC Vive. Undeniably very cool, and it's great to see VR actually finally getting some serious quality games to play. Now, finally, the big one, Dishonored 2. The one I'm sure we have all been waiting for. We finally got a good look at some gameplay, and the whole feel of the game is straight out of the first one, but this clearly is a far more developed, refined version. With 2 playable characters and a great number of new abilities, this should be a goddamn epic experience. I do hope the differences in actual story between Corvo and Emily are genuinely clear, but I would bet my money that it's like Wolfenstein, where the story arc doesn't really change at all, whichever way you go. I guess it's simply an abilities choice, where you're forced to decide, like, do you want to use his or her new abilities? And on that choice, I have no doubt that Emily will be the #1 option for most people, as she holds all the new abilities, and being a brand new character holds the greatest interest. It does, however, provide a great potential for replaying the game having a second character, a very different protagonist to play as. All in all, the world felt far more expansive, and I love the change in how the world is powered via wind, as opposed to whale oil like the first. It's these details that help define how you feel about the location, and I'm simply just so damn hyped for this. November 11th cannot come soon enough. Now, on to the big question for us. How will we be supported? And honestly, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head any games published by Bethesda that haven't had some kind of 21:9 defect. Dishonored, Doom, Wolfenstein, and of course Fallout 4 all had varying levels of issues to be rectified, so sadly I think it's unlikely that we will see these change anytime soon. The only good takeaway is all these games I've listed do have fixes to work at 21:9, so it's not the end of the world. Anyway, I want to hear what you guys thought of Bethesda's conference. We have an epic week lined up of pure epic gaming announcements. Anyway, as always, for anything 21:9, be sure to check out my channel, and I'll see you later.